Hey everyone, thank you for being here. So my name is Holly. I'm a psychic medium and an energy reader. And speaking of energy, I always like to start with the energy for the day or the vibe, and then we will get into hopefully a little bit more of a specific reading for you. All right, so what I do, I just ask, Spirit, please help me to understand what is the energy, what is the vibe, what is the main overarching dominant message you want me to communicate to the community, to the collective on your behalf. And usually it comes in the form of sometimes a song, a word, whatever. In my case, I have a lot of mugs, and so I like to use these. Peace. And so I pulled this one. The lady that makes this pottery, I only see her at, different events or shows, things like that. And I have two of her mugs, and they are thick. They are Reiki energy infused. She always wants to put wellness and healing in them, and they do feel good. One says love, and this one says peace. And the message is to find what brings you peace. And if you don't know, ask Spirit to help you. Ask Spirit if you would, and you can do whatever you want to do. This is a general reading. You're an adult. Just a suggestion. But we have to do our part, but we don't have to do all of it. We always think we have to use our own, mind over matter. We have to just push power through. It's up to us. It's always... It is in a way, but we do have Spirit help. We have help from Source. We have help from the creator of all things. And so please remember to ask Source for help. And the way I like to do it, and what brings me inner peace, is I always ask, please show me the door. You don't even have to open it. I will do that part. I will do the work. I will gladly do the work. Show me the door. I will walk through it. Show me what is in my best interest and the best interest of those around me. Help me to understand what to do. Give me the words, thoughts, and help me to know what actions to take. Show me the door. I will walk through it. And when you set it with intention, and when you say it with intention, it then becomes set, and it's very powerful. Everything comes from a place of intention. Cheers. All right, I'm gonna put that right there. All right, now let's get started. We are going to use the Arcanum Tarot. And let's get a shuffle on here. What have I done? I've turned the deck. Okay, this is playing games with me. It's like there were things that were upright and things that were face down, and I thought I had them all facing one direction, but I didn't. So now everything is facing the same direction. I am shuffling. Mother and Father God, please bless this deck, all things connected to it, remove all unwanted energy, ties, attachments, and cords, and help me to understand what the message is for the collective today. Thank you. And with that, we're ready. All right. Guess what? All right, 2 cards jumped out. Oh, we finally have a different one, but we start off with the Fool, which has shown up no matter what deck of cards in every possible reading. Okay, yeah, and this one was sticking to my fingers when I tried to pick up the card that did flip out. The card that flipped out next after the Fool is the Page of Cups, and then the Lovers. And the Lovers, that doesn't have to mean like romance and either emotional or physical love. It doesn't have to mean that. It could just be that you make a decision, or a decision is made around you, or somehow. And I feel like that's where it is more than anything. A decision has been made. Now, maybe it may have to do with that, because it does come on the heels of the Page of Cups. So there is, and the Fool with a new beginning. So there is a new beginning. Thank you, Spirit. They're just launching right into it. They're like, no time like the present, right? So launching into a new, I'm hearing reality. So a new reality, a new adventure, a new way of being, a new way of looking at things. Page of Cups. This is a fledgling endeavor. So this is not, I'm hearing this is not going back to the past, and this is not someone from the past. This is a new endeavor. Okay. And a decision is made. It may have to do with love, romance, whatever. It may just be that the decision has been made. You have come to a place within yourself where you know what you want. It's hard getting there. Sometimes we don't know what we want. So that's why we say, just point out the door and I'll walk through it. But point is, now, if this is your reading, and it is a general reading, it can only be a general reading. Please remember that. So if this is a general reading, this is a general reading, but if this is your reading, let me get the language right. Okay. So, or straight, I feel all jumbled today. Anyway, so if this is your reading, you are at the very beginning stages of something that feels kind of exciting and new, and you're not quite sure what to do about it, but you know in your, I almost said in your chest, but you feel like in your heart, in your gut, you know what to do. All right. So you've made the decision. Now it's just sorting out the details. Sorting out the details. I don't know why that strikes me as funny. Sorting out the details. Help me to understand what that means. What does sorting out the details mean? All right, and this card popped up. The Knight of Pentacles. So if this is your reading, you are very methodical. You are, it's like once you, thank you. Okay, so once you make a decision, you are confident it's the right decision. But it takes you a while to get there. That's okay. So it takes you a little while to get there. You want to know every single facet and angle. You want to have all the information in front of you before you make a decision. There is no off the cuff, boom, let's go do this, that, or the other. No, it's you may have an element of that based on, I feel like there's an astrological sign that has some fire in it related. I don't know why. I don't know where that's coming from or why. And I don't know that much about astrology, but I do feel like there is that fiery nature of, well, I think I want to do this. So that part of the decision may happen fast, but you don't, I'm sorry, my chest is still a little rattly and rumbly. You don't put your money where your mouth is. That's an old phrase. Wasn't there like a toothpaste or gum commercial back in the 70s or 80s that had that in it? Anyway, you don't put your money where your mouth is until you are 100% sure. So you want to know the answers. You want to know the answers before you even officially start asking questions. So you're a researcher. That's what I'm getting. You do your research. All right, 3 cards came out. 3 of Pentacles. This could be a situation involving work in which you are going to, oh gosh, I feel like I'm getting a hot flash and I know I'm not. So this means there's just a lot of heat rising up. Whew. Why am I getting so hot all of a sudden? I got warm yesterday in the reading too. Anyway, yeah, and I'm postmenopausal, you know. I mean, I got all that stuff going on, but you know, this is not. I know a hot flash when I feel one. This is not one. This is something else. I don't know what this is. There's a psychic awareness about, it doesn't mean anything to me, so if it means something to you. There's a rush of heat, or a rush of, there's some kind of heat coming up around the neck and head. I don't know. And I do feel like there's still that fire sign, but it's an astrological fire sign attached to either you or someone connected to you. Okay. So 3 of Pentacles. So it could be, I'm asking Spirit, and it's really not a work situation. Okay, so it's not a work situation. It's, again, putting a foundation down. That came up earlier in the week. So you are pouring the foundation for the house you are building. It came up like a house again with the last one, with pouring a foundation. And there could be a lot of different foundations that are symbolically poured. But for some reason, this has something to do with something you want to, and now they're just showing me the house as the example, but thank you for clarifying that, Spirit. All right, so again, if this is your reading, it's almost like you've got a whole lot of stuff planned out, but you haven't let anyone know about it yet. So this foundation is, you want to make sure it's solid and it's stable, because you have the goal and the intention of building or erecting a very large structure. Now, I don't mean a literal physical structure. I mean, you want to make sure things are done the right way, if that makes sense. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. This indicates success to me. This indicates, and look at all the little flowers and roses growing around it. I just love that. Although I have learned, I'm really not a gardener. I used to be. I'm not now. So anyway, definitely not now. That has become glaringly clear to me. Anyway, or maybe it's just things are better when I leave them alone and let them grow. Anyway. All right, and I'm supposed to tell you about this for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm supposed to tell you about this, but I'm really being pushed to do it. So one of the reasons why is because I put a bird feeder in the middle of a bunch of tiger lilies. And of course, it's pretty messy. And I would fill it up all the time, and I'd put extra sunflower seeds for the red birds. And so I've got a couple of little volunteer sunflowers, but they're little tiny ones. And then there was something growing around the bird feeder, and I'm like, that looks like corn. What the heck? And I thought, well, there's a little bits of corn in there, I think, so maybe that's what it is. I'll just grow and find out. I'll let it grow and find out what it is. Why not? It was not corn. It was not corn at all. It was some grain, and it started to get really thick stalks and kind of tall. And I thought, oh my God. So this is not good. And so I just pulled it all up and cleaned it up, and I moved the bird feeder to an area that's easier to maintain. But I have a really awful backyard in terms of there's not a lot of dirt. It's more dirt covered gravel and roots. And so I'm standing on this thing, and it's not going into the ground, the shepherd's hook. And so, hence, I think I've given it a good effort, but gardening is just not my thing, So anyway, hopefully whatever you are growing, I don't know why I needed to tell that story, but for some reason it will have resonance, or it will mean something to someone. So there you have it, because now it's sort of like, okay, you can move on. So there's a little bit of chat time. Okay. Anyway, back to the reading proper. All right. So setting a foundation, you want to know all the answers before you get started. You want to do things the right way because you want to see this thing grow and become established, whatever it is. Success. This card right now in this reading signifies success to me. Even though with the flowers, I am not a successful gardener. You will be successful in whatever venture it is that you are trying to grow. And then the Page of Pentacles. Now, again, fledgling energy at the very beginning. We've got a Fool and 2 pages. And there is a Knight, but that's kind of just the MO of the personality, you know, to help you identify whether it's your reading or not, I think. The Page of Pentacles, again, stability is key. You want stability. So I do believe that will come to fruition. You want stability. And it said to open it up, the Empress. So yeah, you're going to have stability. Oh, wow. And I opened it up again to the Emperor. So we are looking at an Emperor and an Empress. So there will definitely be stability, matched energy. Good for you. Good for you. So, yeah, that feels, everything about it feels good. Nothing feels bad. Yeah. So it all feels positive in that instance. I feel like that one's going to be later, maybe tomorrow. All right. We're going to look at the Wild Reflections Tarot. Huh. They just want me to do a quick, like that, shuffle, open it to the middle. Oh my gosh, it's the 3 of Pentacles again. Okay. Okay. And underneath it, the High Priestess. So, okay. This 3 of Pentacles is really significant. What do you want? What do you want me to know or do about this? All right, and then am I supposed to take any more? No. Oh, I'm just being curious and nosy now. Okay. So, but this 3 of Pentacles is significant. What do you want me to do with the 3 of Pentacles? Clarify it with another deck. No. Okay. So I am being pulled to the Sirens. Hello. The Sirens Song Lenormand. Oh, it's a Lenormand and Kipper. So this is 2 decks combined. They are incredibly similar. One is the Lenormand and one is the Kipper. All right. And they use aquatic images, gift from a friend, and who lives by the ocean, or, you know, the Gulf. So one more time. Please clarify this 3 of Pentacles. That doesn't look like they're working together. Okay. All right. Ooh, I got a little dizzy all of a sudden. I'm hearing a message that Spirit is all around and Spirit is actively working to intervene in a situation. So it kind of goes back to that comment about if you're not quite sure how to start or what to do or what direction to even face, ask for Spirit to intervene in all areas of your life. I certainly ask for that. All right. And when you ask to be shown the truth, You got to believe it. And sometimes they're hard truths, okay? Lord knows that's been the case here lately. Sometimes things you don't want to see or that you deny seeing for a little while. All right, so Lenema and Kipper. Could you please clarify this Three of Pentacles card? All right, this one is sticking out to the side. What is it? False person. So a false person is at the base of this. Ooh, and she's kissing her, and he doesn't matter, but this person is kissing their own reflection. That's someone who's really full of themselves. All right, why do we see this? Why do we see that? Please clarify more or further. All right, we have the siren, the parlor, and woman. Huh. So I'm hearing at the base of this issue is a false person. At the base of this Three of Pentacles, this in the last set of cards, it was trying to build from scratch something new but stable. But there is a false person involved somehow. There is a false person. And then we got the siren. Normally you think of a siren as a female, but this is a male. Someone who likes to call in. Oh, I just heard someone who's calling in favors or debts. So there's someone this false person is trying to manipulate by calling in favors. A parlor and a woman. Okay, it feels like this is a kept woman, kept in a parlor, kept on display. So this person is calling in favors, but they're false. And they are keeping someone else and putting them on display. What does that mean, please? I don't understand. If that makes sense to you, I hope it does, because this is the first time in this reading things don't feel right. Things don't feel, I mean, it feels like it's the right information, but it doesn't feel good. All right, change. Ooh, thank you. Card 9, change of a cycle. Woo. All right, because that was making the front of my head hurt. What is changing? The door to the parlor is opening and the woman is walking out. There's a lot of sunlight involved. There's a lot of sunlight involved. And on the bottom of the deck is the cat. Card 18, add it together, it's 9. Again, end of a cycle. All right. All right. What kind of debt is that false person calling in? Oh my gosh. Okay. They came out again. Change, woman, and parlor. Okay. I'm going to put this Three of Pentacles up, and I'm going to get light seers. This is bizarre. Okay. So let's get the light seers going here, and please clarify woman, change, and parlor, please. Please clarify. Please clarify the woman, change, and parlor, please. The woman is card 29. Add it together. It's an 11. An 11 is a master number. You don't distill it down. Someone's trying to convince her, almost like gaslighting, that she doesn't know what she's doing or she doesn't understand. Yeah. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords. Clarification, please, for those cards. Clarification, please. Help me to understand what they mean. So the false person, oh, this one was entirely flipped over. Nine of Cups. That's pretty good. Someone is trying to... This, I feel like the woman in this card 29, I feel like, who's being gaslit by the false person, I feel like she is almost like the Fool, about to take a leap of faith. And there's a treasure chest underneath her at her feet, but she's like, I just want to live in the sun. I just want to be in the sun. I want to be in the light. So, and this card with that ray of light going in through the Nautilus shell, that's, you know, intuition, psychic awareness. So the kept woman will not be kept. So the kept woman is looking for change. Does that not look like Ingrid Bergman to you? It does to me. Okay. Things are going to move really quickly here. I feel like the first part of the reading with the person who likes to, you know, plan, prepare, think about things. They don't like to tip their hand, that kind of thing. I feel like that was almost that is. I feel like we've got a bunch of different people involved here, and I feel like we've got two distinct situations at play. That was situation one. We're now in situation two. But things are going to speed up quickly because we've got the Chariot. And then we've got Five of Pentacles. Someone's getting worried and concerned because we also have the Star card. We have the Page of Swords. Yet again, another page. And then Judgment. Are there any more, please? Last go around with this deck. So are there any more cards to help clarify and finish out this reading? Any more? No. Okay. I open it up to the middle of the deck, and yet again, we have the Lover's card. Okay. All right. All right. And one from Past Life deck, because this one was kind of calling to me a little bit earlier, and I was like, I don't need that one. And I'm very clearly hearing, yeah, you do. So let's see what's going on. I want one from this deck. Jeez Louise. Okay. And let's get... Could I have one past life card to help? There's a karmic connection. That's what it is. It's a karmic connection that one has learned the lessons, one has not, and one doesn't seem unrequited love on the bottom of the deck. And phobias. Ooh. So if there is a pattern that needs to be released of fear, one person has pretty much learned that lesson, one has not. And the phobia or the fear is of being alone. Things are happening really quickly. It's very clear that there's going to be some sort of happiness in store because this lady or person is... And with the Lenormand and the Kipper, because there's distinctly male and female cards, if it doesn't distinctly say man or woman, gent or lady, whatever, then it's whatever. It's just about the energy of the card. And even now, it could be about the energy of the card. But I get a feeling that this person, who may look a lot like Ingrid Bergman, I don't know, I just think that's really funny. But there is a great deal of intuition involved. And the intuition is saying, get out of Dodge, put yourself in the light. That's where you will thrive. So this person, the false person is attempting to hold this person emotionally hostage because they are afraid of abandonment. They're afraid of losing out on something. But this new energy is light and airy and full of joy. And there will be a judgment. There will be a judgment. The judgment comes down on the lines of, have you learned the lessons or not? And because at some point, part of this is related to a karmic issue, a karmic relationship, one person I feel like has learned a valuable lesson, and one person, they don't want to accept the lesson, but so basically they're not really learning it, so they are doomed to repeat it over and over again. That doesn't mean the person that has in the karmic connection will have to play out another karmic role in another lifetime or in the future. The person who gets it is finished. The person who has not gotten it will continue to repeat the pattern. All right. So basically what I'm getting from all this is that someone, I feel like we've got 3 people, and that was the 3 of Pentacles as well. Someone is trying to understand what's going on and what they want out of the situation. Someone wants to get all the facts and information. They want to get all the facts and information, but they don't want to tell anybody what they're thinking or doing. Someone else is a little on the arrogant side and just thinks they can. This person that I'm thinking of in the last part of the reading, the false person, is, and it could be male or female, the false person, they're not very nice. Not really. Okay. Wow. Okay. So they said take the one on the bottom, open to the middle. And of course, we have 2 in there that I'm going to take because self-employment. Okay, so yeah, so there's someone who is trying to keep someone down through gaslighting or through manipulation because they are afraid of abandonment. When in reality, it's the gaslighting that will trigger the karmic cycle that keeps repeating. All right. So if this is your reading, I don't know where you fit into it. You could be on any end of the spectrum of this reading. It could be, for a lot of you, it won't apply at all. I'm kind of glad it doesn't. For some of you, it could be that you know of a situation like this, okay? So from the Angels and Auras deck, wise decision. Isn't that a lovely card? Getting applause. All right. Yeah. So you are on the right path. And that came up the other day. And then we have the power of prayer. And prayer is an affirmation. Prayer is connecting with your sacred self. A prayer is connecting with Source. Remember, ask. If you don't know what to do and you don't know what the direction is, ask, show me the door and I will walk through it. And as you do that, call on Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael will always be with you and always protect you and never let you down. All right. Yeah, we got to use the Cowgirls and Aliens again. I just, out of curiosity, looked in there, and I mean, it's not a full reading. All right, let's look at, I want to get one more. I know this is taking forever, but the Fortune Teller deck. All right, so let's see what we've got. I want to just get one card with a message for the collective. So whether this was your reading or not, I would like to have some advice or a message that you can resonate with, or that you will resonate with. One, please. Just one. Could you give me one card? And I believe tomorrow is the full moon. We got a lot coming. Okay. Ancient wisdom will find you. Listen for the whispers of the past. Right. Oh, I like this one a lot. And on the bottom of the deck, I know I said one, but a powerful ally will appear in your life. Welcome them. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. Okay. All right. That's good. It's finally breaking up a little bit. I know that's gross, but yeah. Sometimes you just got to keep pushing. All right, everyone. Sending you love and gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And I am going to figure out the rest of what I need to do today, which will not involve any kind of gardening. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, I'm still here. Hold on.